Concerns about using artificial intelligence to mislead is in the spotlight today, and the propaganda is being fueled by the well-known owner of a social media platform.
Queen City News Chief Business Correspondent Taylor Young joining us here in the studio. So Taylor, there is a viral video that has now sparked a debate over the use of AI in political-related ads.
Yeah, so over the weekend, a video that appears to be a campaign ad for Vice President Harris mustered up millions of views, but it only takes a couple of seconds of watching the clip to realize there's something a little bit off. And while some viewers are applauding the message behind it, others are calling it for it to be taken down or for a disclaimer to be added.
I, Kamala Harris, and your Democrat candidate for president.
It sounds like a political ad, even looks like one, and has been seen by more than 130 million social media users since Friday.
And a person of color. So if you criticize anything I say, you're both sexist and racist.
But what appears to be a campaign ad for Vice President Kamala Harris has been altered by artificial intelligence.
There are tools out there that make it really easy to create a voiceover. They make it really easy to create a video, to pull a couple of clips together. And with a couple of YouTube videos and some time, somebody could really make something that could have a significant impact.
Hours after the clip was uploaded online, AI ethicist and Harvard graduate Paige Lord took to her social media to spark a conversation about responsible AI use.
Let's talk about this.
Like the video in question, hers too went viral.
I thought this is something that people really need to know about and they need to have a good understanding of.
She's talking about the 1 minute and 52-second clip that includes real video of a Harris campaign ad. But the altered content, reposted by tech billionaire and owner of X, Elon Musk, shares a much different message than the original.
Another trick is trying to sound black. I pretend to celebrate Kwanzaa, and in my speeches, I always do my best Barack Obama impression.
The clip includes a voiceover that claims to be Harris, talking about how she's a diversity hire and too incompetent to run the country. Nowhere in the video or post does it show a disclaimer that it's been altered. And while parody content can be protected under the First Amendment, many argue Musk violated his platform's own policies by sharing synthetic and manipulated media.
The challenge there, this crosses over from parody into mis and disinformation when you can actually be fooled into thinking that this person said and did those things. And that, for me, is where that crosses the line.
Lord says her critique on the video would not differ if it was aimed at a Republican candidate. She says if videos like this continue to spread online, it could cause more division and mistrust among Americans.
I think that it would put people in a position where they really can't trust anything.
Now, the posting of that parody ad comes just months after the FCC proposed regulations regarding the use of artificial intelligence in political ads. If passed, broadcasters would have to make an on-air announcement when AI-generated content is used in an ad. It is unclear if these new regulations will be in place before the November presidential election.